Hola from Glen in southern Spain. My Thursday book review, and the book today is called Halfway Up the Mountain, and this is a book with a lot of different contributors, so it's not just one author but many, and the purpose of this book review is really to solve some problems for all of us, me included, and to look at a book very quickly, not to study it of course, because studying it will be the next step if you find this book interesting. So what's this book about? Well, by the title you can tell halfway up the mountain it's not a book about mountain climbing. It's a book about the spiritual climb from the basic ego-driven human being, unaware of the glory of the spiritual world, and the beginning of that journey. Now, I think all the people I'm speaking to, you're probably interested in this journey, and you're some way along the journey. However, how far are you? I think most of us will realize that we're not there yet, if there is the aim. But certainly we're some way on the way. The problem with the spiritual journey is there are many traps. These traps are not there to make life difficult. They're almost like examinations. So you pass the exam, you move to the next level. This might seem a little bit hard, but like all exams in life, the purpose is to enable you to acknowledge and understand that before you move to the next level, there are certain qualities that you have to possess before you move to that level. So what's in the book? Well, the book very much talks about these tests, if you like, these exams. And as you can gather, the halfway up the mountain is really about the sort of challenge you face when you've made some progress and you're getting on pretty well, but, and that's the but, then the traps really become challenging, because the ego jumps in and says, yes, I'm a guru now, I know what I'm talking about. Have you seen how many people fall into this trap? So, first of all, the first problem it talks about is the danger of thinking you've arrived when in fact you're only halfway up the mountain, and some clues as to how you could find out. And of course the ego loves admiration. It loves to believe that things are going its way, whereas true spirituality is about submission. And the book talks a lot about that. It's not so much about spiritual experiences or siddhis, as the Eastern philosophy talks about, which are powers. It's about actually living in the will of God and, in the will of your intuition to some extent. So why do you need a teacher? One of the things the book talks about is a teacher, a guru, a spiritual person, a spiritual director, whatever faith you come from. And the reason why one does need a spiritual teacher is just like any other learning path. We are not able to judge ourselves usually objectively. We judge ourselves subjectively. And so the book talks a lot about the benefits of having a teacher, and of course false teachers and all the problems that are associated with that. Well, that's a pretty short summary, but that's all I've got time for, because I like to keep these reviews short. If anybody is interested in a longer review, then let me know, and I'll be only too pleased to make it the subject of a newsletter on my website. So as you can see, it's a pretty thick book, but it's a mine of information. I really recommend you to either investigate further or to buy this book. Yay! Bye for now. An action item. Either tell me whether this was useful, or look at my website and tell me whether there's a couple of tools on there that might help you specifically about climbing the mountain. So go there, have a look, and by whatever you do, keep in touch on my website. Bye for now.